Welcome back guys to another one of my home videos. In this video I want to review the NuvoMed Infrared Thermometer. So I bought the thermometer earlier this year, I believe it was in January, and I have been using it quite a lot since then, and I would just like to say that I have absolutely no complaints about it. So what I want to do is unbox it and show you what it looks like inside and how I went about using it. So I took it out of the box and this is what it looks like. Right, it's pretty handy, right? It's comfortable to hold, stuff like that. Remember, it's an infrared thermometer, which means that you do not need to place the thermometer onto your skin. There's no sort of contact in order to check someone's temperature. It has a fast and accurate temperature reading, and you see there's an LCD screen there that's pretty large, right? So it's a really nice display size. So there are two options that you can choose. There is a body and a surface option. To check your body temperature, you are going to have to turn this dial here onto body. So you just switch it to the left and it's going to go on body. If you want to check the temperature of a surface, you shift that top notch there to the right, and it's as easy as that to check the surface temperature of any surface you want to check. Now, before using the thermometer, you need to insert your batteries, and that is at the underneath there, right? They have included 2 batteries in the box, so that is already inserted into my thermometer there, and it's ready for use. So in order to check the temperature, there's no on and off switch. There's just that trigger there that needs to be pressed, and you're going to see that light come on. So I'm checking that surface temperature, and right now that temperature is 29.7 degrees Celsius. So you have the option of reading your temperatures in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. So you can change your settings to either Celsius or Fahrenheit as you may prefer. I usually leave mine on Celsius. I work well with Celsius, so I leave mine on that. So I press the trigger and I read that temperature. It is 29.7 degrees. So as you can see, there's that lighted screen, which makes it very easy to read temperatures even in the dark. So on the box there, you are seeing that there's actually 3 different color displays. Now let's say I take a temperature of someone that has a fever. What is going to happen is that LCD display is going to light red with the respective temperature of the person. So my son actually had fever some time ago. Let's see, there's this button at the end here which is supposed to be a memory feature. So I'm going to switch it on, and I'm going to go back to when he had that fever and show you the different color displays. So you see there, that temperature there, 37.5, indicated that there was a slight temperature, a slight fever, so that color there was yellow. Let's go to when he actually had a high temperature. Right, so there's a day, 38.4. he had a fever then, so it lighted red to indicate that he had a fever. Now, one thing I don't like is when he was sleeping, I had to check his temperature, and there's that that little beep sound when you press the trigger. You know, if I hold it close to him and I'm checking the temperature, there's going to be that beep, and that might wake him up. You know, that's the only downside to this thermometer that I really found. But apart from that, everything works well. It's pretty accurate. I even checked it with my my fridge. You know, I turned the dial to surface, I pointed it into the fridge, and the readings were pretty accurate because my fridge usually tells me what temperature it is on the outside. There's a little display on the outside of my fridge to tell me how much that temperature is on the inside of the fridge. So I checked it in the fridge, I checked it with my AC, you know, those things to make sure that it was pretty accurate, and yes, indeed it was. So I highly recommend this product for anyone who is looking to purchase an infrared thermometer. One thing though is I recently found a video on YouTube explaining the health hazards of using infrared technology. You know, since COVID-19 came about, there has been an increase in sales of the infrared thermometers, and the first places that people like to check their temperatures on is their foreheads. And I'm going to post that link to that YouTube video in the description box below. Feel free to look at it. It explains why you shouldn't really take your temperatures on your foreheads. It's better to take the temperatures in less sensitive places, like underneath the arm, on the wrist, stuff like that. So check out that video and be mindful of that when using the thermometers. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of my videos.